Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Couch of the Dead. We are back after a little bit of an absence, and in that absence, we monkeyed around. And we went to the theater and saw Primate, and we are going to tell you what we think about it right after this.
Hi, I'm Vanessa.
And I'm Matt.
We are two die-hard horror movie fans who want to share our love of spooky cinema with you.
So please, if you dare, join us on the Couch of the Dead. And we are back.
Hey, how's everybody doing? We are back. We apologize for a quiet week. Uh, if you are anywhere in the East Coast, you know we have been having a lovely winter full of white crap that falls from the sky.
Yeah, and so unfortunately, not unfortunately, but I have a job where if it snows on a weekend, I have to be out, with the crew for snow removal. And the last two weekends, it just wouldn't stop snowing. So, and that's when, we both work our 9 to 5, and the weekends are when we do this podcast. And well, if we don't have weekends, we can't do it. So we went to the theaters, what, like a week and a half ago, just kind of on a whim. We're like, let's go see Primate. So we went and saw it, and before we kind of tell you what we think about it, spoiler
What
free, yeah.
is the creepy cocktail of the day?
So since we're doing this podcast on during the day, we don't do adult creepy cocktails because we're not day drinkers, believe it or not. So I'm just having some coffee.
And I'm just having some water because I'm very thirsty. And
When we start busting out the alcohol, it's a Saturday night in our household because we generally do the podcasts on a Saturday night and do all the fun stuff so that it can be out on a Wednesday.
yeah.
So, Primate. 2026 is Primate. Heard a lot about it. Didn't want to kind of believe the hype or follow the hype. Didn't want to know too much about it. So we went into this kind of blind, and I was pleasantly surprised. I didn't go into it expecting more than it was, though. I didn't go into it expecting The Exorcist.
Right. So let's just get something out of the way. This is a fun movie, fun horror movie.
And
Do not go into this expecting the next Oscar or Golden Globes nominee or
no.
anything like that.
So who was it directed by?
Yeah, it was directed by Johannes Roberts. He also directed a few other things, including Strangers, Chapter 1 or 2, whatever, and a few other.
whatever movie it was.
Yeah.
He directed that thing, and then the other guy with the thing, and the
He
movie
did not direct the
where
thing.
the people went like that. It's starring Johnny Sequoia, Victoria Wyant. I'm gonna go through everybody here because it's a small cast, but they all had pertinent roles.
Sure.
Jessica Alexander, Gia Hunter, Benjamin Chang, and Troy Kotsur. If I'm saying that right, Troy, if you're watching, let me know if I said your name right. And couple things about this movie that I noticed right off the bat, and I don't know if it was intentional or not, was Johnny Sequoia. She is the lead, and her name is Lucy. And the first thing that popped up into my head was Lucy the remains. I believe they were found the fossils in
Uh,
72 or
Lucy the chimp.
74.
Hmm.
Lucy the chimp, who was thought to be a human ancestor, almost kind of like a missing link.
I didn't really.
Yep.
What
Uh,
I
Lucy
researched
is a
was
famous 3.2 million year old fossil skeleton of a female Australopithecus
no. That's not. No, no, no,
hominin.
no.
Yeah,
There's
that's
two
what.
Lucys.
Yeah, but this is what I'm looking at. So
Oh,
then you tell me. Either way,
Lucy the chimp was also Lucy. Was raised the chimp was raised as a human child in the 1960s in Oklahoma by Maurice and Jane Temerlin. So Lucy the chimp was taught to eat with cutlery and use over 100 ASL sign to communicate. So when the chimp got old enough, they actually the people who had her in their house had a hard time controlling her and giving her what she needed. So they actually took her to be reintroduced
good one.
um, to other chimps in the area. Let me see where it was.
You know why they had a hard time? Because she was a wild freaking animal, which goes back to some of the themes of this movie.
Yeah. So
Don't have freaking wild animals for pets. They will kill you.
so they took her to the Gambian jungle to help her reintroduce. And at first, the poor chimp was scared of
But
the
then
other
she became
primates.
their god.
And then later on, years later, they went looking for her and they found her remains. Um, they, well, really, what they hope is that she lived a long life
Long
as a
life,
chimp,
got,
or
got
she got
married, had
bullied
kids.
by the other chimps and got. Anyway, so that was
That was
Lucy
your
the
Lucy.
chimp that
Yep.
I researched.
So either way, Lucy. When I first heard that the lead character's name is Lucy, it first popped into my head about our particular stories here, and I was like, oh, was that intentional?
Yeah, yeah.
And then the chimp's name in this movie is Ben,
Hmm.
which Ben is another. It's a sequel to a 1971 horror movie called Willard.
Oh,
Where the guy's bullied kind of and befriends the rats.
the rats. Yeah, yeah.
And the rats. Well, the sequel to Willard is Ben.
Huh.
So
And
it's
what is Ben? A Ben is Ben a chimp?
Ben is a 1972 American horror film, and it follows a lonely boy named Danny Garrison who befriends Willard's former pet rat named Ben.
Oh.
So Ben is also the name of another lead animal actor in a movie. So I don't know if this stuff was just total. It's to me, it's too coincidental to be coincidental. So I thought that was really cool. So some of that stuff.
One thing I did hear is that the chimp in the movie was a suit. So there was a man in a suit, which actually I am very happy to hear that.
They need to make one about a cheetah, so that they can have a man cheetah.
Huh.
It's Always Sunny, man cheetah.
Anyway, so I was very happy to hear that because I really like.
Some of it was CGI though too.
Yeah, I'm sure some of it was CGI, but I can appreciate some practical effects, some better use of our arts and crafts.
So
Okay. Oh wait.
I need to pause it.
And before we get to the spoilers, did we like it?
Yeah, the first thing I said to Vanessa was, this is basically Cujo, because it deals with an animal that got rabies, and these kids are stranded in a pool instead of an old Ford Pinto. And so it didn't do anything like super original, but it was cool. It did it
Mm-hmm.
really in a nice, fresh way.
Mm-hmm. It really kind of gave me a little bit of the view, not view, vibe, maybe is the word from Nope. Don't know if you remember Nope. About
Oh
the
yeah
alien.
yeah yeah yeah.
It's Jordan Peele.
Peel.
um, I always call him Peele. And it was the monkey in the TV set that went a little bit like
Well, which goes to they really didn't need
ape.
the rabies
Sorry, that was an
aspect.
ape.
They really didn't need the rabies aspect of this. It could have been done because
No.
that's why you don't have wild animals as pets because they can just snap like a chimp can just snap. It's a wild friggin' animal. You
I
know
mean, there was the story of the one lady who got her, I think it was her friend or herself,
who got
got
her
her
face
face
eaten
ripped
off.
off. Like she almost died and she didn't die.
Yeah,
But she got
be,
a lot of
because they're wild freaking animals and they'll
yeah,
snap and eat your face off.
yeah, yeah. Anyway, without
So
much going into more of that, let's just
yeah, well
get to
let's we're gonna talk about this movie and we are gonna do spoilers. Okay, I just wanted to see how long I could hold that. We're back. We're back.
so
And so we're gonna do this review a little differently
yes,
because
we went
we were just
without
exhausted
yes.
with all the snow, and we just wanted to go to the theater, not take notes, just unplug, which is what you're gonna do in a horror movie. Just unplug,
Yeah.
not care that much, grab some popcorn, not worry about taking any notes and analyzing the movie, and just watch it.
Yeah.
And since it's been a week and a half, we're just gonna kind of blow
Winging
through
it.
this and go through by memory. It's going to be a little bit different than what we normally
Yeah.
do. So if you like this better, let us
Let us
know.
know.
Because up until now, we've been kind of not doing a blow by blow account, but really deep
Kind of,
diving into
yeah.
the movie
We
and
go
the
into
plot.
each scene very heavily.
Yeah. This one, we're just going to kind of buzz through stuff and give you like just the basic feel of the movie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So the opening scene of this movie is really cool because we see an enclosure
Mm-hmm.
and we see Ben in his enclosure.
And we see what we can tell it's a vet trying to come into the enclosure, and he's talking to Ben like he knows him, and so at this point we're thinking, okay, maybe this is a vet at the zoo trying to go into the monkey's ape. I'm sorry, enclosure to treat him, and well, Ben did not want to comply. He grabbed him.
Well, the vet initially is like, "Hey, what's wrong? You're not feeling too good, buddy." You know, and he's like, "It's okay. You've gotten shots before, and it makes you feel better." So it kind of sets the stage that Ben's not quite himself.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's not.
We don't see him yet. We kind of see a glance of the like a shadow, but we don't really see Ben
Yeah.
yet until
So
he grabs
well, he goes in. He goes into his house in the
in the
enclosure.
enclosure.
His little monkey house. It's not a dog house. It's a chimp house because it's a house that a chimp lives in.
Okay.
And he trying to paint the picture. And so the vet goes over there, and we just see blackness in the doorway. And a hand reaches out and grabs that mother humper in there, and we hear the vet start to scream, and one of the coolest opening shots of the movie is the vet kind of his face half lit coming out and Ben's hand just ripping like ripping his face off.
Yeah.
It's
It
really
was
cool.
really cool.
Yeah, it was really cool.
And I love a good hit you on the face with a entrance like that. It just grabs you and you just pulled in right away. And I'm already in the theater chair like this, you know. So
So now we
Now
go.
we get to the story.
Yeah, it's 36 hours earlier,
Oh, yes, it is.
and we're at the airport with Lucy,
Lucy.
her friend Kate, Kate's friend Hannah, who's kind of like an outsider, kind of in all this, and throughout a lot of the whole movie, Lucy's like, you brought her with, you know. And so they're flying back to their house,
From, I guess,
to their dad's house.
from college.
Yeah, in the college kids in Hawaii.
Yes.
And their dad is hearing impaired, and they're flying back to his house to spend some time with him, but they can't spend too much time because he's a famous author.
Yeah.
And
he's like on a tour or whatever.
yeah, he's going on like a book signing and
But
a book
apparently
tour.
they have a lot of money because this freaking house.
Well, apparently this guy sells 25 billion more books than Stephen King does, because
this house
it's
in Hawaii.
Huge house on the side of a cliff, which I said the word foreshadowing many, many times in this movie, because they have like an infinity pool that is literally right next to a cliff. And we're like, that's going to come into play. It doesn't come in. It kind of does the way you think, but it doesn't. It was pretty cool.
Beautiful house. All the kids, there's like a whole bunch of them, right? Because once they get into the house, then we meet the sisters.
Well,
so there's one more.
It's also pertinent too that they meet the two douchebag guys in the airport.
They do.
And give them their phone number, because they're like, oh, we're all going to Hawaii. Maybe when we get there, we'll hang
Hook
out
up or
and
whatever.
hook up. Yeah, whatever.
Whatever these kids say these days.
Yeah, 8675309, whatever. 867. 25 or 624. You old people get that one. So, anyway, I wasn't gonna do the. I'm not even gonna say it. So they're back at Dad's house. Everybody's getting introduced, and they meet Ben and Lucy and her younger sister, Erin. They have a little bit of a tense relationship right now because they don't see a lot of each other. Lucy's off doing her thing in college kid. And so Ben is basically the family pet. He's the family pet of Adam, Lucy, and Erin.
They did go into a lot of detail that the mom, which apparently had died of cancer about a year prior.
Monkey cancer.
No. And it was the mom who had adopted Ben as a baby ape, baby chimp. And she was like a scientist that was studying the animal and
taught Ben like sign language.
Taught Ben all kinds of things. Ben also had he obviously he does the sign language very well. He also has like an iPad with words, and he's very good at it. He presses and he says, "Man, love."
Yeah,
die,
yeah, kind of a weird thing.
Yeah. So then we get the girl that is the outsider, and she's freaking out because Ben introduces himself to her and they're by themselves, and she's freaking out, and they're like, no, this is Ben, and so she's a little bit like, what the fuck? They have a monkey.
Yeah.
But anyway, Ben is a gentleman, and he shakes the girl's hand, or like he puts his paw or whatever thing.
His hand. It's a hand.
It's a hand.
It's a hand.
Yeah, has 5 fingers.
Same thing we have. It's a hand.
And they introduce themselves. So
yeah, so she's still a little.
Yeah. In the meantime, we also have a little bit of drama in this group of friends, because one of the guys, the main character Lucy has had a crush on him for a long time.
This is Nick, played by Benjamin Chang, and he is there at the house with them, and you get the sense he's like an old family friend.
Yeah, like he's always there,
So you have the girl drama, but
the new girl, the outside girl, apparently they've maybe has some like flirty eyes with each other. So of course Lucy's already like, you know,
Yeah.
and this comes in later into play. So
Well, so Hannah, I think that's her name. Hannah. Let me check my notes. There we go. Hannah is a little skeeved out by Ben, and at one point, she's down there by herself. She goes down to the infinity pool, and Ben just kind of shambles in, and he's acting a little weird, and he grabs her arm, and you hear a whistle, and it's the dad. He comes down. He's got his whistle for Ben,
and Ben automatically
Ben just
stops
like
what
stops,
he's doing,
and he takes Ben back to his enclosure, and he notices a dead animal in Ben's enclosure.
And it's a mongoose.
Yeah, and makes the comment of, "Oh, you're fighting with the neighbors again." And it's a mongoose, and he's like, "Ooh, I don't like this. We'll send this thing out for testing and stuff." So, you don't think anything of it, like within the framework of, like, if you were in that situation, you really didn't think anything of it. But we, as the audience, now are thinking, "Oh, okay, here,
that's how it starts.
Here come the rabbis." Yep. And excuse me. So
at this point, we see that Ben can be very strong, and of course he is, because he's a wild animal. But they have a way to get him to stop what he's doing, and he also has an enclosure, which is important to know, because I would want that thing enclosed as well. Although I think he was absolutely adorable. I would have had one. I would have one. Anyway, moving on.
So basically, after everyone goes to sleep that evening, the dad calls the vet in, and now this is where we kind of pick up from our prologue. Excuse me, and our timelines merge up, and obviously after he rips the vet's face off, his enclosure now is open,
right?
The cage. So he gets out, and
Kate, then it's the next day, isn't it? Or was that at night?
Yeah, that's at night.
That was at night.
Yep. And Kate wakes up to again find Ben kind of shambling around, and they let Lucy know, and Lucy finds Ben's teddy bear that he has, and it's stained with blood. So blood-stained teddy bear, never a good thing.
At this point, I think that Dad had gone already.
Yeah, Dad left.
Dad left. He had to go to a book signing.
And
hey, buddy.
So Ben starts acting erratically, and they decide they're going to restrain him with a rope. And this is where, like, all the scenes with Ben were kind of tense, because you knew going into it, like, kind of what the movie was about, right. So you were just kind of waiting.
Right, like, when is
But this is really tense now, because they're trying to slip this rope over Ben's neck.
And so far, he's not that aggressive.
No, but he's...
But there is something, you can tell there is something wrong with Ben.
Yeah, and so trying to restrain Ben does not work. Ben just flips his shit. And...
he's strong.
Yep, attacks.
He's a freaking chimp. He's a strong animal.
Yeah, and he basically attacks him, and he takes a huge chunk
out of the sister,
out of Erin, the younger sister, Lucy's younger sister,
which was pretty gnarly.
Yeah, it was pretty. That was a pretty jarring scene. Like that came out of nowhere. You didn't expect that to happen.
I like that the movie didn't take long for the violence to start, because I hate when you are 2 hours into the movie and the monkey or the ape hasn't started hurting people. No, it didn't really take much of a time.
So
now we know there is something wrong, and because he wouldn't have done that.
No, and I guess apparently one of the symptoms of having rabbis is hydrophobia.
Right. However, I don't think that was the first thought I believe they didn't think he had rabies.
Well,
They
no.
said he didn't know how to swim
Yeah, well, what happened was now Ben, since this is happening all at the
by the
pool,
pool.
they want to get away from Ben, so they figure, well, the monkey can't, or the chimp can't swim, so they all jump in the pool. Um, Now this is where we get into the Cujo territory. Now we have a rabid animal. We have people trapped. They can't get out.
Right. As soon as they go into the pool, Ben kind of like backed off, but he's also constantly on the wait.
Yeah,
like
he's just like stalking back and forth,
yeah.
and
they realize soon that they are kind of trapped. There's no way to go out the other way because there's a cliff. So even if you tried, I think you would.
Oh no, they wouldn't have.
They
No.
wouldn't.
So our first death is good old Nick, because at one point Ben kind of goes around the back and he's on the edge
Oh, that's
of the
right.
pool where the cliff is. And the first thing I'm thinking is, okay, push him off the cliff. But it's way too early in the movie, so you know that's not going to happen. Well, that's what he tries to do. Nick tries to push Ben off the cliff, and well, it doesn't work because Ben's an ape and he's got prehensile feet, and well, he's got 4 hands, cuatro manos, and did I say it right?
Sure.
Okay, and he's hanging on. So of course, Nick, like a kind of like a douchebag, like looks over, like, where is he? And Ben grabs him and just flings him over the edge, and we get a close up of Nick just doing a full gainer down, and his head just splatting against the rocks.
Yep, head
so
first.
Right there, we're like, okay, that was our first
real life
our first
kill.
Yeah, but like what do I always say?
Gore?
No.
my
When you
God.
see something and you're like, that's going to come into play later.
Oh, that was a foreshadowing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I couldn't think of the word. So that was okay.
Are you sure you're not thinking?
Yeah, that was the first foreshadowing that now came into play.
Mm-hmm.
We were like, okay, yeah, now the cliff had its moment. Everybody was screaming except for Cliff. My Metallica fans will get that. Anyway.
Yeah.
So they're still trapped in the pool now. They make a turkey net, a tourniquet.
A tourniquet.
Yeah, yep. For Erin, because she's bleeding, and so now a lot of this movie is figuring out how they're gonna.
Yeah. Well, I remember that at this point, I guess it's one of those pools that don't have a shallow end, and they have been kind of waiting in the pool for a while. They're getting tired. The sister's getting extra tired because she's, obviously injured. So they look at like outside of the pool, and there is a floaty, like a pineapple floaty. Remember that?
Yeah, and that was a really good sense of tension because everybody's kind of distracting Ben, and then Lucy
tries to get
out of the pool real slowly.
But Ben looks at her, and Ben is watching her. So I'm thinking if Ben really wanted to hurt her at that moment, he would have.
Well,
he would have.
Well, and some of it too is Ben knows Lucy and Erin. He's grown up with them, so maybe that was kind of like, hey, what you doing? And he wasn't quite full on rabid yet. Like, he was getting there.
Mm-hmm.
And she gets the floaty so that they can put Erin on it because she got, her leg bit.
Mm-hmm.
And then they don't have to tread water. So they're all just kind of hanging on this pool float, and they fall asleep.
Yeah,
basically.
at some point.
Yeah.
But before she gets in, so now we're in the water.
I forget what happened, but it was good. No, it was just the tension of her creeping slowly and then grabbing this
I thought she
floaty.
might have stepped on something that was loud, and then made Ben get really close to her.
Yeah, but she got back in the pool with the floaty, and when they wake up, because they're all there with their eyes closed, Ben's gone.
Mm.
So they feel like this is going to,
Like where is he?
Like maybe now this is our chance. You know.
Yeah.
And
I think this is when Lucy gets up
well, she's gonna try and get her phone.
her phone because it's of course it's inside of the house because it wasn't charged. Kids, oh my God, charge your damn phones.
Well, one thing we've kind of glossed over was that they called when when Hannah started kind of flirting with Nick.
Yeah.
Lucy was getting a little jealous and then was like, "Why don't you call those guys that we met at the airport?" So she called those guys and basically said, "Come on over and
gave
bang our
them the
brains out."
address.
Gave them the address
to fucking strangers.
Yeah, which is really really good.
Kids, don't do this.
But in the meantime, Adam, the dad, when he's at his book signing, gets a text back from the vet that says the mongoose tested positive for rabies.
And this is important. This is interesting.
Yeah, we had to look this up.
Yeah, we did. Hawaii is one of those places. It's actually the only state in America that doesn't have any rabies because they're very strict with animal laws, animals coming in, leaving the island or the main island, whatever. And they have completely eradicated rabies.
Yeah, and he texts the vet back saying there's no rabies in Hawaii, and I'm like, that can't be true, you know. So we looked it up, and it's true.
It's a thing, yeah.
Yep. So he's a little concerned because now all these kids are at the house alone with a possibly rabid, wild animal.
But in his mind, he doesn't think, much of it because he's in its own enclosure. However, that wasn't the vet that got killed at the beginning. That was just the lab.
Yeah. And he's also trying now in the meantime to contact Lucy.
Oh, yeah.
And the girls, and
no one's answering.
Yeah. So he basically decides he's going to walk out on his book deal.
Yeah.
To go home because he's concerned about all this. So
and
Dad's on his way home.
Yeah, good thing. The girls, now, Lucy is going in. The sister... Was it the sister who said, "No, I'm going"? Yes, I am going with you. The sister did. Oh no, her best friend.
Yeah. Well, they get the phone.
Well, they're inside of the house, and they get the phone, and didn't the phone ring? Or they stepped over the control and the TV came
and turned on the TV.
And of course, here comes Ben.
Yep. And so Ben attacks Lucy and Kate. Mm-hmm. I get the girls' names mixed up. Yep, Kate, the best friend.
The best friend.
And Kate's running down the steps to try and get back down into the pool.
Oh, you missed. No, you skipped over the whole part where they are behind the closet.
Well, that's Ben trying to attack them. They're hiding in the closet.
That was such
it was very tense.
I don't know how I didn't get
it was quite the tensest.
Anyway, so yes. So now we're going back. The best friend is trying to book it down the steps to go back to the pool.
Yeah. And Ben catches her on the steps and just
from above
bashes her head.
Oh my God.
Bashes her head in with a rock.
Yeah.
And so the kills in this were like top notch.
Yeah.
Really cool. Yeah. Although I think they could have gone. We'll get that a little later. So at this point now, poor old Kate her face is bashed in. And the kids that the girls texted or called earlier, the two boys, they're in there, and they just come into this house.
Oh yeah, they
just
showed up.
Walk in.
Well, the girls are back in the pool and they're falling asleep or something.
Well, right? Yeah. Lucy got back in the pool after she averted Ben's attack, and Kate died.
While the boys are like, "Yo, we're here," and they
grabbing a beer out of the fridge.
Yeah, they make themselves so comfortable.
Just making themselves at home. And one of the nice things I liked about this movie is sometimes, maybe it's because I'm old, but when I see a movie with young people, sometimes I'm like, I wish they'd just die. you really do like root for
Well,
a
they
lot
were
of the
very.
characters, but not these guys. These guys, I'm
These
like,
guys
I
were.
want Ben to fuck these
Yeah,
bitches
these
up.
guys were very douchey. One of the guys goes up to one of the girls' rooms.
You could tell by like the puka shell necklace.
Oh my
like,
god!
as soon as I saw that, I'm like, I want this asshole dead.
Well, he goes into one of the girls' bedrooms, and fucking lays in the bed.
Well, she's got like the canopy
It's so
over
cute.
her bed,
Yes, very,
and he's
very
like,
cute.
"Oh,
Ugh.
sweet," and he just lays down.
He just
and,
lays down.
and here comes Ben.
Oh, but he's looking at the picture right next to the nightstand, and it's like the family picture, but they have Ben,
Mm-hmm.
and they're like, "What the
Yeah.
fuck?" They have a
And it's a really cool shot because you see Ben through like the sheer material of the canopy, and this is so tense because Ben is just like creeping up, and this kid, I mean, to his credit, he was trying. He's like, hey buddy, like what's up, and realized, he's got this animal has some intelligence, so he's trying to like, like good monkey,
I'm
good
a
chick.
friend. I'm a friend.
Yeah. And this whole scene is very tense because Ben just keeps making his way up to him, and Ben probably in the best kill of the movie.
Oh yeah.
Ben grabs his lower jaw and just slowly pulls and pulls and pulls and just rips it off.
Oh my god!
And if you remember the scene from The Grudge with the girl with her tongue like hanging out, like that was kind of like what it was, and that was a really cool
It was
kill.
really cool. It was really cool effects. Yeah.
So Ben now goes after the other guy.
Yeah. Because he hears him around the house, so
Yep.
obviously there's one more.
And this is like a
the
porch
loft,
that's overlooking the
pool.
infinity pool.
Yeah. So he's looking and he sees the girls, they're laying, right? And he thinks they are fucking wasted.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, let's fucking a party or something
Yeah.
like that. Stupid.
So Ben attacks this guy now.
And the girls realize, he's like, no, call the cops. Da, da, da,
Yeah. Well, there's a shovel there, like a little shovel.
Yeah.
And he tries to take a swing at Ben, and this is like an off-camera kind of kill. Like, you don't... It's obscured by a piece of furniture because now you see that Ben got the shovel, and Ben's just bludgeoning this guy in the face with a shovel, which I'm like, come on, man. I wanted to see this monkey, like, rip some dude's dong off. Because that's what they do. Like, they go after, like, noses and... Oh, yeah, go and look up how, like, monkeys kill people.
I don't think I will.
Yeah. So,
what if you don't have a thing? Like, I don't have one. After the nose...
Boobs. So, while this is happening, Hannah, she takes the opportunity to grab a cell phone.
Yeah.
And grab a set of car keys. And goes running out to a car, gets in the car, and realizes the keys
she got the wrong
aren't to the car that she's in.
Oh.
So now you have another tensest moment.
Yeah, because
where
Ben obviously
she's like, "Oh crap, I gotta get in the other
vehicle.
car." Now, first,
but she did call.
Yeah, but you would think when you're running out of the house, you go boop, 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 just to see, since there's multiple vehicles there, you'd hit the fob, hit the thing to see which car. But she's panicking.
Yeah,
there
there isn't much time to think about this, but yeah.
And she's on with 911, and so
obviously she doesn't know the address to the freaking house, and I'm like, are you kidding me? Just look outside.
If you're gonna be alone, know the address to the place you're at. Just God forbid you need to call 911.
Oh my god.
And so they kind of now start playing a game because she drops the keys going to the other car, and Ben picks up the key, and after she hits the door lock from the inside, and Ben goes boop, and unlocks the door, and she's like, click, and unlocks it.
It was a very good comic relief.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. And Ben figures out now that he's going to open the hatch on the back. And Ben gets in the car, and he just mauls the ever-living shit out of Hannah.
Yeah.
Keeps her face intact, though.
But he really, like, he does the ape thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And speaking of wild animals, we got this thing now, and then we got that thing behind us, the cat. Right there. You see the shit moving back there?
That's the cat.
Yeah. Yeah. Although I don't think I'm gonna get mauled to death by the cat. She'll just eat my
Well,
face if I die in the house.
and she has the zoomies.
Now she has the zoomies. So everybody now is pretty much dead except Kate and Aaron, or Lucy and Aaron,
Lucy,
the sisters.
the sisters.
And Dad comes home, and it's a really cool moment in this movie where Dad comes home and he's looking around and he sees like pictures off the walls and stuff, and he's like, he sees empty beer bottles, like, oh, the girls were partying.
And I remember he's deaf.
Yep.
He's not hearing anything that's going on. Obviously, was this at this point the daughter was trying to run, or no?
Yeah, well, no, they get out of the pool
Mm-hmm.
in all this, and they're fighting off various attacks from Ben.
Mm-hmm.
And the dad comes home, and when he's walking through, at some point they're facing Dad, and he obviously can't
But
hear
he's facing
anything.
the other way.
Yeah, and Ben's coming up behind him, so that's a tense moment because then you don't hear anything in the movie either. Like the movie goes silent, which was a really cool little thing.
Yeah, I like when they do that.
Yeah. And there's some struggles with Ben. Ben's going after everybody. And Ben's on top of Dad, trying to kill Dad. They're trying to distract Ben, and he grabs a broken wine bottle, the dad, and just boom, right into Ben's chest. And you think at this point now Ben's dead.
Well, you gotta do the double
Well,
tap.
yeah, they never double tap, never, ever, ever. And they're embracing the whole. The dad and his two daughters are hugging. The only thing I'm thinking is, why are you taking so much freaking time? Because this girl's got rabies. Like, let's get a move on. Like,
Yeah,
let's
she
get
did
out
get
of the
bit.
house.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she
she
did
got
get
bit.
bit.
It probably hasn't even been an hour, but still, like,
Probably has been more.
because everything's in real time in this movie, basically.
Yeah, but they did take a nap.
Yeah. Okay, so a little time could be even a couple hours. Let's say
Yeah.
a couple hours. Like, got to get this thing to what? And
He loves you.
So as they're embracing, of course, you see Ben in the background, and he gets up and starts charging at him, and the two break off to the side. Adam, and Aaron, and Lucy's standing there, and she's just like, bring it, bitch. And Ben just hits her and tackles her, and they go flying over the edge. And Lucy ends up grabbing the edge of the overhang.
Yeah.
And Ben goes flying off and gets impaled on a chair leg.
That's right.
So Ben is like officially dead. And we get our moment then where they're, embracing, crying, and the movie's over.
And of course, you hear the ambulance and the cops and
the ambulance.
Like
well, and kind of the funny part at the end is Ben's little like iPad thingy where he would be like, Ben loves Lucy or blah 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 blah. You hear in the back, you hear Lucy bad, and everybody like, oh, what the fuck? And it's a cop standing there with the pad, just like hitting the buttons. It's like, what are you doing? So it's basically it's Cujo kind of when they're stuck in the pool.
Yeah.
It's basically almost like a slasher movie because it's the same premise, because you have a bunch of kids, trapped in a house with a maniac that's picking them off one by one, but it's a chimp.
Yeah.
And
I wonder though, and I said this when we were still at the theater, is the chimp, Ben, is out of his enclosure. He could have gone on a rampage outside of the house, down the street or wherever. Why did he stick around?
Well, he probably stuck with what was familiar.
True.
If he grew up in that house, which he did. It was really cool. Like, it was I had fun, and we went into the movie thinking, we're probably not going to review this because there were some reviews already. We're
Mm-hmm.
just going to go in and watch it, and I was not overwhelmed. I was just whelmed.
Yeah,
You know,
it was.
I was
I
pleasantly
had fun.
surprised. It was fun.
Yeah.
And I've seen some people kind of picking apart this movie for plot holes and stuff. It's not like
It's not that serious.
it's one of those movies it's a popcorn movie. You just grab your popcorn and you enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
You enjoy it for the kills,
Yeah.
stuff
Yeah.
like that. The kills were pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I think Ben killed everybody kind of the way you'd think.
Um,
A, 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 a,
I thought maybe the guy would have lasted a little bit, but
oh, Nick, in the beginning.
yeah, I could have cared
Oh,
less.
oh no, I
Yeah.
didn't think because your main protagonists were Lucy
And the sister.
and Aaron, the sister. I was a little bummed that Kate got killed
Yeah,
so early.
she was nice.
I didn't like Hannah because Hannah was like a slut,
Well,
and they usually die pretty quick in these kind of movies, but she didn't, and that's okay.
that's okay.
Yeah.
So let's get to scoring this movie. Okay. We always do, if you're new here and you don't know how we score, we always do 3 categories that we score from 1 to 5. The first category is the plot. For me, yeah, I'm sure there were plot holes. I was not watching this movie trying to find the plot holes. I wasn't trying to find the errors, the mistakes, or anything like that. Yeah, I'm sure there were plot holes, but it didn't deter me from having fun. So to me, I'm just gonna give it a 4 out of 5. Monkey toys.
Monkey toys.
How about like, I don't know,
I don't know what a monkey toy is.
a pet toy?
Like a monkey toy could be its wiener.
No.
Anything's a toy if you play with it.
Ew. No.
Okay. I'm not gonna go quite that high. I didn't. Yeah, you're right. I didn't go into it looking for plot holes. It was probably more of the mindset I was into when we went to see it, where I was just like, I just want to be entertained right now, And the only I'm gonna give it a 3 out of 5, and I'm gonna give it 3 out of 5. Let's see. What do we have in this movie?
Ooh.
Rabid mongooses.
Oh, I was just gonna say that.
So.
Oh, okay.
Like there were no plot holes, but it wasn't like super original. So I'm gonna take some points off for originality. It wasn't anything new. It wasn't anything revolutionary, but it was fun.
Yeah, I want to change mine.
Oh no! You got to do monkey toys.
Monkey toys.
You stuck
Okay.
to monkey toys. Now you're stuck with your monkey toys.
So the next category is acting and directing. I was pleasantly surprised with the acting. I don't remember seeing any of them. Well, I think I've seen the dad. He looks familiar. I didn't really do any research on him. The girls and the guys, they did good. I thought they were believable. Um, yeah, I like new actors and actresses that I haven't really seen in a lot of stuff. So I was happy with that. And the directing, yeah, I thought it was good. The scenes were shot really good. There were some very beautiful shots of course, it's Hawaii. And you know what? Speaking of, I had to look up if it was actually filmed in Hawaii, because I heard Coquis, and I believe Coquis are obviously from Puerto Rico, but I believe there are Coquis that are living in Hawaii. So whether they
Cookies are little
little tree
three-legged fairies
frogs, they're tree frogs,
that wet your bed at night.
and they are exclusive to Puerto Rico. However, I do know or heard that they some people took them out of Puerto Rico and brought them to Hawaii. I'm not sure.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, don't quote me on that. But I did hear it throughout the night in the movie, so that was really really cool. Anyway, the directing, I'm gonna go with a 4 out of 5. Monkey toys.
Okay, well,
Well, because I'm thinking of the stuffed animal that he had, and the tablet that he pressed. So those are monkey toys.
so yeah, I thought the acting was serviceable. Nothing too great. Nothing bad.
Yeah, we're not getting any of the
I
best supporting actresses or best
I
actor.
really enjoyed the score, and as we were walking out, I was like, "What does that score remind me of?" Like there was certain music throughout the movie where I was like, "What does that? Oh my god!" And it's Christine, the
Oh,
Stephen King movie,
the
Christine.
movie.
Yeah, a very similar score, and I liked it. I thought it helped ramp up the tension.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I think this movie got going pretty well right off the bat,
Yeah.
and the tension was there. They did enough to kind of build it, and draw it out just enough that you
It
weren't
wasn't
it
too.
wasn't overdone.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna give it a 3 rabid mongai or mongooses.
Our last category is rewatchability, and obviously, this has to do whether we think that this is worth watching again. Um, this is where I'm gonna go a little lower, only because there's nothing new to it. However, I would definitely watch this again. Once it starts on in a streaming service, I will definitely put it on just because I enjoyed it. The kills were good, and I'm a sucker for animals. I like apes, monkeys, and chimps, and they're so cute. And Ben was so adorable. So I will give this a 3 monkey toys out of 5.
Okay, yeah, rewatchability. Like, I don't think there's anything you're gonna pick up on watching it a second time. So it doesn't have a lot of a high rewatchability score because of that. I don't think you're gonna pick up a lot of Easter eggs, stuff like that. But it was a really fun movie. I think you can watch it 2 or 3 times, and the tension is still gonna be there, even though you know what's gonna happen. It was definitely fun.
Mm-hmm.
It was definitely a really fun movie. So I'm gonna give it a 3 rabid mongaises.
That brings my total score 11.
Mm-hmm.
11 out of 15 monkey toys. That is pretty good score.
Mm-hmm. And I have 9 rabid mongooses. And again, you would think like 9 out of 15. It's just there's different kinds of average movies for me. There's an average movie where I had expectations. I really thought it would be going somewhere. It did, and I'm just like kind of like, this is just an average movie. And then a movie like this that's an average movie that is kind of like, no, it's just a fun movie.
Mm-hmm.
It's average doesn't mean bad. It just means like it met my expectations. It really didn't exceed them, but it didn't fall flat either. It was what I thought it would be.
Mm-hmm. If you have not seen
They are
this,
who we thought they were.
The bears are what we thought they were. They're what we thought they were.
And
if you haven't seen this and it's still in the theaters, I go watch it. I
Yeah.
think
Oh,
it's
yeah.
a fun one to watch at the theater. But if it's not in the theater yet, I would highly recommend you watch this if you like this kind of movies. For the average horror fan, I think you'll have a lot of fun with this. And for the scaredy cats, I don't think you'll be that scared. You know it's gonna be a ape killing people.
And if you're, especially if you're in, which I'm assuming most of our subscribers are in our area here in Pennsylvania or the Northeast, and right now it's freaking cold as a witch's tit in a glass bra, you just hunker down, get under the blankets, grab your popcorn, grab whatever you're drinking, whatever your creepy cocktail is, and watch this movie because it's fun.
Yeah.
It is really fun.
And then
I'm
come
assuming
back
it's
and
gonna
tell
be
us
on-
what you thought.
Yeah, I'm assuming it's going to be streaming pretty quickly as everything is. It's not like back in the day when you had to wait for a year till stuff came out at Blockbuster.
He always says this.
Because
He's so
Blockbuster
old.
was awesome.
So, moving on. What time is it?
Game time.
What time is it? Game time! Woo!
So, this time I got some ape trivia questions. And they're not the best. I'll have to say.
Well, at least you told us that so that, we don't get our hopes up too much.
They're just fun trivia questions
About apes?
about
Okay.
ape movies.
Oh, ape movies. I
Movies-
thought just about apes.
Nope, apes in movies.
Okay.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Okay. Let's get to it.
Okay. King Kong.
So, did you ever watch the movie Link?
Link. No.
I didn't either. I think it was 1988.
Okay.
What role does the ape take on in the household? And I have some multiple choices if you want me
okay.
to.
All right.
Pet, guard, butler, or experiment.
So if the movie's called Link, I'm thinking like Missing Link. So let's go experiment. Please tell me it's Butler.
Butler.
Oh, Monkey Butler. That'd be awesome.
Okay.
Freaking Monkey Butler.
What year was the original Planet of the Apes released? Do you want the options?
Yeah.
1965, 1968, 1971, or 1975?
What was the second one? 1968?
Yeah.
Oh, let's go with that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Charlton Heston. You damn dirty ape.
What famous landmark does King Kong climb in the original film?
Oh, the Empire State Building.
Which 2005 film reimagined Kong with extensive motion capture? Do you want the options?
Yeah, I thought it was just... Okay, go ahead. I thought it was just King Kong. But...
Well,
okay.
there's King Kong Lives,
Okay.
King Kong versus Godzilla, King Kong 2005, or Skull Island.
I thought Skull Island was the sequel. Let's go with Skull Island.
No. So the question here, this was a trick question. The question I asked was which 2005 film reimagined Kong with extensive motion capture? And one of the answers actually had the year of the movie.
Yeah, but I thought that was too... I thought that was just to throw you off. That's why I suck at multiple choice.
Nope, it was King Kong 2005. Okay.
Yeah, but that's not what the name of the movie was. It was just King Kong.
Okay, King
With
Kong.
Naomi Watts?
Mm,
Yeah, it was just King Kong.
okay.
So technically, it's wrong.
Which Planet of the Apes film is considered the darkest and most violent?
Okay,
Did
give
you
me
want the
multiple
option?
choice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Escape from the Planet of the Apes, Conquest of the Planet of the Apes, Beneath the Planet of the Apes, Battle for the Planet of the Apes.
Okay, so if we're going most violent, let's do Battle of the Planet of the Apes.
Nope. Conquest. of
Okay,
the
that would have been
Planet of the
my
Apes.
second choice because Battle and Conquest.
Well, we're
Uh,
not playing for second guesses. are
I
we?
know. Look, you suck too. So
Congo, 1995.
okay.
Features which murderous primates? Do you want the options?
Yeah.
Silverback gorillas, mutant chimpanzees, killer bonobos, or gray gorillas?
Silverback.
So close. Gray gorillas.
Maybe the person just didn't know what color they were, and they thought it was gray, but it was really silverback.
Hmm. Okay, I have not seen this one. Shakma, 1990.
Okay, all right, I've heard of it. Yeah,
In
never saw
Shakma,
it. Okay,
what type of ape?
that had never mind.
It doesn't have Shakira in it.
No, never mind. If it had Shakira in it, I would have seen it. I mean, I've seen other movies with her in it, but I was in those too. So
Yeah, okay. In Shakma, what type of ape becomes violent? A chimpanzee, a gorilla, a baboon, or an orangutan?
baboon.
Baboon. Yeah. Who directed Monkey Shines?
Ah, shit.
Do you want?
It's go ahead. It's based off of a Stephen King short.
So, is it Wes Craven, John Carpenter, George Romero, or Toby Hooper?
Toby Hooper.
Nope. George A. Romero.
I did not know that actually. I saw it. Well, I saw it when it came out, like years and years, decades ago. Decades now. I don't even say years anymore. I say decades.
You're old.
Yeah, you're old too.
What animal type is Koba in Rise of the Planet of the Apes? Is it a chimpanzee, orangutan, gorilla, or a bonobo?
Let's do a bonobo.
Gorilla.
I don't watch a lot of monkey movies.
No. In 1976 remake, no, I'm sorry, which 1976 remake starred Jessica Lange? Planet of the Apes, King Kong,
King Kong.
Mighty Young.
King Kong.
Okay.
I've seen that one multiple times. I like
Okay, and here's the last
that. And
one.
it's Jessica Lange. Just so you know.
Last one. In King Kong 1933,
Okay.
where is Kong captured? Do you want the options?
Yeah.
Skull Island, Ape Mountain, Congo Basin, Devil's Jungle. Stop!
Skull Island.
Are you making fun because of how
No,
we said?
no. It's the names. Like, what was it? Monkey Basin or something like that.
Congo Basin.
Congo Basin. It's
Ape
Skull Island.
Mountain. Yes, Skull Island. Yay!
I
You
would-
got one or
Well, I got a
two.
couple. I got like 2 or 3. It's not
Yeah.
bad. I'm not
Yeah.
a huge fan. Like, I like some of the King Kong movies, but I don't. My favorite one is with Jessica Lange. Yeah, that was pretty cool. So, all right, well, that is our review. And yeah, go see the movie.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Yeah.
And
And if not, then it's okay.
Yep.
We
but-
won't hold it against you.
Yep. Check it. Well, I might. So go check us out on our socials.
I will put them.
Yeah, you got to put them up in post, as us people say in post.
Mm-hmm.
Like and subscribe. Check us out. YouTube, Spotify,
And if you have-
Apple. You know, all those good
All
places.
the good stuff. And if you have any suggestions or requests for a movie, let us know.
Yep.
We are always welcoming those. And if you have any fun creepy cocktails recipes, you can send them our way too.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it. That's all we have for today. And you have a good time. A good time. Yes.
Yep. We apologize for the break. We're going to try and get a couple in the queue here so that,
This
you know,
doesn't
until
happen
we
again.
get to spring around here. Well, we did. We had a couple in the queue, but it's been a while since I had an actual weekend off to do anything. So
Yeah.
we're
He's
back.
a hard worker.
Yeah, we're back, and better than ever. But now